It's Reusse Unchained, Patrick. So I went to the Wolves last night, and I do have to say, now Charlotte's not good, but I
Hmm.
do have to say that DiVincenzo off the bench had easily his best game, and
Yes,
it
yes.
looks like he's starting to come along as far as the 3 point shooting.
Might have figured out what they're trying to do there. Minot, I mean, he played with Minot and not Minot. He played with the Randall, and the funny thing is, once in a while, you can see that those guys played together. He'll hit, Randall will hit him with a
Yep.
little pass, cutting on the baseline and stuff like that. The other guys, I think, are still having a hard time figuring out what Randall how he wants to play, and he plays outside way more than I imagined he did. I guess I didn't watch the Knicks that much. He thinks he's a 3 point shooter, Randall, and that's unfortunate because he's not. But yeah, I mean, once they got rolling, it was. I wonder if it was instructive to Coach Finch the roaring ovation that Dillingham got when he came into the game
It was
with
incredible.
5, 6 minutes to 7, 8 minutes. The crowd was. That was the happiest they were all night when Dillingham finally got off the bench. And but it looks like Minot might have replaced Ingles as the ninth
Yes.
guy, huh? It looks like
Yes.
but he still basically plays eight, and then once in a while he lets Minot sneak in there. But it does look like Joe's going to spend most of the season as a cheerleader now here. So once in a while he'll sneak him in there, but I'm sure that he went to him and explained it. But yeah, they once they got rolling. Charlotte's, they're going to get a very good draft choice this year. They're going to have a fine draft choice, I would think, unless they've traded it because they look terrible, right?
Yeah, they
So,
did not look good. I
no.
think they took a 7 point lead in the first quarter, and that was all she wrote after that. They had
Yeah,
no chance.
our boys have a tendency to, well, have actually they've had some games where they got up to the good start and had a lousy second period, but yeah, last night they were way the better, played pretty good defense. And now how many empty seats? Quite a few last night or
There
not?
were a few, but you know what? For a Wolves game on a Monday against
Monday
Charlotte, it was
against
not
nobody.
bad.
That was still pretty good. Yeah, it sounded loud in there. So they're having a good fun. What a winter sports season we're having here. High expectations for the Wolves and the Wild. They're just a machine. So I mean, my goodness, what fun we're having, right?
Unrecognizable.
Hmm.
The Wolves are great. The Wild's great. The Vikings are 6-2.
Now you have resisted. No, wait, that's tomorrow evening. I was going to say you have resisted the temptation for the Gophers opener against somebody in the basketball.
Oral Roberts tomorrow.
Oh, Oral Roberts, yeah, Oral Roberts, which was good 2 years ago and terrible last year. They must be terrible again this year, else we wouldn't have scheduled them, right? We must have scouted before we brought them in, but plenty of seats available, I would guess, for the Williams Arena opener.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. By the way, did you see the money quote from Finchy last night post game?
No.
So your Star Tribune colleague Chris Hine asked about a couple of players, including DiVincenzo, who were left in for a 14-minute stretch. You know, it's a long
Oh,
time, right?
straight consecutive, yeah,
Yep.
right.
And Finchy looks at Hine and says, "Well, Dante played for Tibbs."
Oh yeah, I did see that
It
quote.
was a great quote. Total
Yeah,
deadpan.
yeah, he's used to playing
He's
14
got a
straight
lot of
minutes.
gas in the tank, is I think his quote.
or or yeah, well that's pretty good. Tibbs, by the way, lost to the Rockets last night in Houston. I watched a little bit of that game, and they kept getting within two or three, and then somebody from Houston had hit a shot. There's not as now you had a walkover with Charlotte. There's about 7, 8 teams in the league that are walkovers, but there's not as many walkovers as there usually are, especially in the West. There's about one or two,
Oh God, yeah.
but even in
Portland,
the
right?
East, Portland, yeah, is the
Who's
one that's
coming in town on Friday?
rebuilding, and yeah, the East has got a few, but not there's not that many right now. I don't know. Philadelphia, as long as Embiid's not playing, is a walkover. I
What's up
don't
with
know.
the
Did he?
Bucks? The Bucks are like 1-5, 1-6.
Oh, they're that bad? I knew they'd been
Giannis is
losing a
hurt
few.
now, but he wasn't
Yeah.
before. They've been awful.
Well, they I watched him a couple of times. I didn't know the record was that bad. I've seen him like in real battles and then end up losing in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
So yeah, but and Lillard's playing 40 minutes a night, scoring a lot of points. But they're all well, they're off to a bad start. So anyway, yeah, the Wolves are. It was nice for the young men to get out there and run around a little bit. And by the way, it was total chaos the last 5 minutes too. What they ended up getting scored about. What was with Luca? Luca could. I've been pushing for Luca. He was brutal every time he got the ball. He was stumbling around and running over people and falling down, and he looked a little anxious, I thought.
Yeah.
Trying
Pat,
to establish something.
Pat, I saw obviously the arbitration cases. We saw A-Rod in his fancy suit getting out of the limousine yesterday. I think our guy Doogie and KSTP downstairs were the ones who sent that
Yes,
sent a
'cause
camera down there to go see.
And we were not supposed to know where it was, right? It was supposed to be a private thing, but Doogie must have got tipped off because we had the camera. What, I don't know. It looked to me like it was the hotel across the street, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That looked like where they were walking into. But according to Doogie, what this thing goes on for a few days, the arbitration, and then it might be months or so before we get a decision.
Jeff Day's piece said it could be weeks or months in the Star Tribune today. That's exactly what it said.
Yeah, I don't. It is. The other interesting thing is, I saw that there's, according to Day's piece, I did read Day's piece, that arbitration generally is, you got, the A-Rod and Lori name one guy, Glenn names one guy, and then there's the neutral observer.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, and then those people for the kind of serve almost as lawyers for their side, but sometimes the arbitrators vote to all be neutral and not make any testimony, just ask questions. So I don't know what these three are going to do, but I saw that Blatz was Glenn Taylor's Blatz, and then another local for Lori and A-Rod, and then somebody from out east is
Delaware.
Delaware is the decision maker. But well, it'll be interesting. You know what? The future of the team, I don't think has any. The only impact this has is Connolly staying. I'm not worried about that. He's making a lot of money, and the only thing that I would wonder about is how quick we get the demand for a new arena. That would be the only thing that I would think that would be the problem here. And whoever wants the new arena better get ready to spend 500 million at least to as seed money, right?
I'm hearing though that there is that both sides are prepared to pay a lot of the cost, knowing that. Now, if that's true,
Yes.
that's huge. But the
Yes.
key thing is that true?
Yeah, it's that would be I don't know if they can run the seat license scam for basketball, can they?
If you got a championship, you can.
Huh?
If you got a championship, you can probably.
Yeah. You're not going to be able to run it with the heft that the Vikings did, however.
Nope.
But you could probably run that. That's the trouble with buying a baseball team. No seat license fees. You can't. Of course, you don't need a new ballpark, so that's a good problem to have. But that process might take a while too to get ourselves a new a new owner of the Twins. Somebody told me that, and I'm not sure that basically so far the people they're talking to are private equity firms that are expressing interest. People that just kind of want to buy a ball club, and then it becomes one of their many entities. So
that's the biggest thing now is that's where the money is.
Mm-hmm.
Private
Yes.
equity firms. But baseball, beyond ego, why would you want to own a team right now? The TV income has decreased drastically.
Mm-hmm.
There's no salary cap, so you don't have the advantage of that. And to your point, there's really aside from probably like the Dodgers and the Yankees, there's no individual seat license income. To me, it would seem to be the worst sport to invest in right now.
Yeah, probably. And I think that might be one reason to pull that getting out. They might agree
Yeah.
with you. And then all of a sudden you're getting ready to buy a team and you see Juan Soto get 600 million after Otani got 700, but he got, Otani was a little more explainable because you can do the Japanese business and make some of that money. But I'll tell you one thing baseball's got to do. They got to close the loophole that was used for Otani, that you can post date these huge contracts and then not pay for what you should be paying is when you go over that their version of a salary cap, not a salary cap, but when you
Luxury
have
tax.
to that luxury tax. Yeah, they gotta. I can't believe. Maybe it's because of the Japan situation, and they want that Japan money, baseball, whatever money they could make over there. They probably had better ratings for the World Series in Japan than they had here. But
Probably right.
maybe that's because. But I can't believe that the Manfred hasn't come out and said, "Sorry, boys, you can't do that anymore." In fact, we're gonna post date this and make you give us what you should give us for Otani making 70 million a year. So. I can't believe that they're letting them get away with that because that's going to be the new deal, right? Scott Boras
Yeah, probably right.
Soto's not a Boras guy, is he?
Thought he
I
was.
think I thought is he? Okay, I don't know.
I
I
think
thought
he
he
is.
was. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I think
don't
he
know.
is. I know they're
Well,
down. They're down there in Houston. I think Bobby's down there. I know Dan Hayes is down there. Pat, but it sounds like even the process of them trying to get a new owners could take up to 6 months to a year. It could even still they could still be here by this time next year if they don't have a
oh
buyer,
yeah.
obviously. And then even Dan was kind of doing payroll projections and Falvey claiming that it's business as usual, but Dan also saying don't even expect them to add $10 million to this year's payroll, which is just very frustrating, but I understand the business decision.
Well, yeah, because the TV money is going to be non-existent, basically. I mean, whether it's true or not, what I heard, it was reported that the Padres, who drew 3 million people last year and probably the hottest ticket in baseball for the size of the stadium, made 4 million in TV money with the same system that the Twins are having this year for Major League Baseball. Nobody buys that. What is it going to 25, 30 a month? They're trying to get out of here to watch Twins games. Is that going to be
It
it
was
with the
20
MLB?
for the
Yeah.
Padres.
20, and they
So
made
yeah.
$4 million, right?
Yeah.
And everybody, and they had every time they opened the gates, they had 38, 40,000. So
Yep.
that's basically, I don't know. It's the uncertainty of, I mean, regional TV money. That's taken what 2 billion out of the game, out of baseball. How many billion is it taken out of the
Oh
net
yeah.
revenue? I would think
Huge,
for the
huge.
yeah yeah.
And they're still, and in fact, the Athletic posted a piece, I think it was last night, Pat, about this. There's still a bunch of teams that don't know if they're going to be produced by MLB or by an RSN next year. And so they're still on the edge of they don't know. And if you do the, to your point, MLB thing, you take a haircut that you can't account for.
Oh yeah yeah. It's and allegedly ESPN's done, right? ESPN's quitting baseball. That's what you keep hearing. And that's a pretty good check too. Now they're gonna baseball's probably gonna do what everybody else is doing, and it's gonna be Amazon and Apple and every place
Well,
else, right? It's gonna be a lot of big
yes.
streaming stuff, which will lose your core audience. But if the money's there, they don't care, you know. So
Baseball was what they went with the Sunday package with Roku this past year, I think,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yep.
on Sundays.
Yep.
I didn't know that. So
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. That's the point.
mhm.
And you love
Yeah.
baseball. That's the exact point.
Yeah, well, and that also tells you you're not in with the big boys if you end up with Roku, right? If you're not in with
Yeah.
Amazon or Apple, then which are so. Here's what I find out though. Is it Apple that I got Apple, right? But I don't really have Apple because I get Apple, but
Right.
yeah, on the outside chance I actually wanted to watch a soccer game,
You don't
right?
get that.
I would have. I don't. I'd have to buy. I still got to buy the soccer package. So I got Apple, but then they want me to pay what, $20 a month to watch soccer, or $30 a month to watch soccer? Is that it? I don't know. If I got Apple, why don't I get Apple? I don't get it. So
Well, and the Friday night baseball package is on Apple Plus, right, Dex? It's not on that. So if I just get Apple, I have to upgrade to Apple Plus to
I
get the
thought I saw
baseball.
Correct.
it. I
Correct.
no, oh, I thought I saw it on Apple. Where did I see? One of them, Amazon. Is it Amazon? You can see the baseball game when it's on. One of them, you can see the baseball game, either Amazon or Apple. I'm not sure which.
Yeah, Apple changed to Apple Plus from 2 seasons ago, where it used to be free for everyone. Now you need an actual Apple subscription to watch the Friday night baseball. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess trying to figure out where the hell just to watch a damn game.
Yes,
God.
yes, it is. Yes, it is, and it's gonna get. Listen, all you people enjoy your free NFL television over the air. That's gonna change within 5 years. About now, was it last night when I was watching the Chiefs that it was on? I was watching something and it was only on Peacock. Is that somebody? Not last night, but
That wasn't last night.
was it Sunday? When's NBC? There was some game on that
The
was
old, the
on
Packers
Peacock.
Eagles in week 1 was Peacock exclusive on
Peacock
Friday
only?
night.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
the
saw this-
Christmas Day games are going to be Netflix exclusive, so you can't watch them. It is yeah, you're right, man. It is incredible.
The Star Tribune should bring you back to be our TV guy. We could use
Hey.
we could use one of those, man, alive. It's confusing for us old people trying to find games, man. So
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
And then finding them. And again, I will say that my biggest complaint is streaming we need to be able to switch channels when streaming a game so that I can surf the channels and don't have to actually get out of the stream. That's the next step. That's coming.
Yes, it's
Get out of the
it-
stream and then go.
and
Nah,
here's the problem. When you got as many apps as I do, sometimes you can't remember which app you were on 5 minutes ago when you switched off, and now you got to go back through that movie I was watching that I went to find something better, and now I want to go back to that movie. And then I can't remember which one of the 5 streams it was on, or 6 or 7.
last
or
channel,
8.
Pat. You got to hit the
Yeah.
last channel. That's what Dawn
No.
told me.
Oh, okay.
She said, "You dummy, hit the last channel." I said, "Hey, that's right."
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was one
See,
of those
there you
on
go.
there.
I didn't either.
That's right.
I didn't either.
That's right. So hockey game tonight. Who we playing?
The hated Kings, Kevin Fiala back in town.
And, they played. So we got another team on a back-to-back then.
Yeah, they
they're-
beat Nashville last night. I'm afraid our old friend Bruno might not make it very long here.
Is he in Nashville?
Predators are off to a terrible start.
Oh, really? Okay. You know what I felt the other night, though? I don't know if I said this. I guess I did say this yesterday. But the idea that the Lightning are still good, I think, I saw them 2-3 years ago, and went up to see them when I was in Florida. They had like 3.5 lines of studs.
Yeah.
And now they got one line basically, and then they got a bunch of nobodies. So they're not a cup threat like we are.
Oh God, we're good.
Hey, just some quick breaking news before we wrap. Guess who's coming out of retirement to help out the Vegas Raiders offense? Scott and Norv Turner. Scott and Norv Turner are coming out to help
Coming
out
out, I didn't
the
know Scott
Raiders
was available.
offensive staff.
Oh jeez.
One of Zim's great days when he came down and told us that Norv had retired at 4 o'clock in the morning when he was waiting. When Norv came into the office at 4:30, Zim told him he was finished, and then came down and told us he was retired.
That's
So,
the only thing that Zim still didn't tell Mark Craig in Zim's epic screed.
yes.
He still claims there's like this big story that we don't know. I think it's now time to tell us what the hell did Norv indeed punch you? That's the question.
I didn't. Was Norm?
That was the
supposed to
rumor at the
punch him?
time, was the eye problems were caused by, or were what's the word, exasperated by being punched by Norv. That was the rumor.
Yep.
Never confirmed.
I don't buy that rumor. I don't think Norm was
Agreed.
a violent guy, but I do think he was told at 4:30 in the morning he was fired. So,
All right, sir. We will.
God, well, why does
Yeah.
if there's ever anybody that's a product of nepotism, it's Scott Turner, for goodness sake. What's he ever done? To do anything except be Norv's kid. But they're getting a package deal there, huh? Both of them are coming in.
I'm sure Norv said, if I'm coming, Scott needs some work too,
Yeah,
and
needs some work.
they said fine. All right, we will talk to you again on Thursday, Pat. You take
All
care.
right, see you, gents.
All right.
All right, Reusse Unchained will be got the Purple Daily, got scoops, plenty of stuff coming at you later today on SKOR North.